Alright, Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, before we get started, we're going to give all glory and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Rakah Kadash.
Double honors to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone who taught us this truth. And peace and salutations to the elect out there feeding the sheep of Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, with sincerity and charity. And Shalom to the scattered elect, to the elect, 1/3. This is the brother Barak.
Brother, yo, what's up? Shalom.
And Lord willing, this be what was that? Lord willing, this be an edifying lesson. And we're going to be basically doing this lesson on say goodbye because you're not coming home. First of all, say goodbye because you're not coming home. And second of all, be prepared to lose everything. That too, right? And mainly when we're speaking to these people that have it good on this side, right? Because a lot of people they have it great on this side, but soon the tables are going to turn, and where they're going to have to get sent to drafts, right? And you have a lot of people they're going to get
Set up for a death sentence.
Yeah, con. So I'm going to bring out this precept, just reiterating what I was speaking about, right? But they're going to be sent into this draft, and we're going to go into that in a second. This is the book of 2nd Ezra 9 and 10. It says, "For such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me," right? Verse 11, and it says, "And they that have loathed my law while they had liberty, and when as a place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it," right? The same must know by after death by pain. And that's speaking about these 2/3, right? They rejected this truth, right? And a lot of these 2/3 are going to get sent off to war, right? They're going to get sent off to die in the battlefield, in the Valley of Jehoshaphat, right? The Valley of Jehoshaphat, which the book of Joel 2 and 20 goes into, right? These people are going to get sent into war, and they're not going to come back, because in these other wars, right? You would have people, people go into war and then they return, right? But the Lord's going to put on these spirits, these people to basically get fucking destroyed, obliterated, right?
Bring out.
I got Joel 2 and 20 out. It says Joel. Look at Joel 2 and 20. It says, "But I will remove far off from you the northern army. I will drive him into a land barren and desolate, with his face toward the east sea, and his hinder part toward the utmost sea. And his stings shall come up, and his ill savor shall come up, because he had done great things," right? And ultimately, these people are going to go, the U.S. Army, right? They're going to go into the battlefield, and they're basically not going to, they're not going to come out, bro. And even the Lord, He's putting on the Spirit. He's pouring out His Spirit on all flesh now. He's giving people visions of like Isaiah 4:1, basically. Even regular people are getting visions of how do you say it? Like dreams of what's it called? Like that their military drafts and there being no men left. Right, that's what's actually gonna come. Right, you have something?
Bring out Matthew chapter 24, a time like never before.
Yeah, so this is the book of Matthew 24, and it talks about the Great Tribulation, right? It speaks about this is the book of Matthew 24 and 21. I'm gonna select it, by the way. I gotta speak a little bit louder. Okay, Matthew 24 and 21. It says, "For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, and no, nor ever shall be."
This will be a time like no other. There's not going to be anything that can compare to it. Any disaster, any vicious event is going to be nothing but a pebble in comparison to what's about to come. You're starting to see that everything that's being prepared for by these elites are preparing is leading up to one big catastrophic destruction. The scriptures in Job 9 and 24 say the earth has been given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof from not wearing. Who is he? That's Esau, Edom. These wars, these pestilences, these famines that are being fabricated are all meant to ultimately the Lord, but He's using Esau to carry this out. And they're going to start seeing, man, there's going to be a copious amount of people being deleted off the face of the earth. right? The people that you once saw around you, that you would go out with, are going to pretty much be deleted very soon.
Yeah, I made a
Along
video.
with the Lord.
I made a video saying you're gonna know a lot of people that you're gonna know a lot of people that you knew were gonna die, like people you knew in real life.
Yeah, people that you were sitting.
You might even see your neighbor's head across the street, a chopped off fucking head.
Just see your neighbor's stiff, decapitated body, and his head just hanging out on the sidewalk. You know, while some fucking bug out third vengeance spirit just, you know, did that for just shits and giggles.
And the thing is, because there's these people in the military, you know, these people that, you know, because I knew a lot of people like that that actually went to school, and basically they were signing up for the military with this like mindset of like, you know, like nothing's gonna happen to me, like I'm good, like I'm not going to war, like that chance of going to war is like super rare, right? Like I knew damn near like 4 people, bro, that signed up for the military, and now, bro, like these people are silent, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and what's up?
I have something in the book of James. This is one that says, when we say we're gonna go into another city.
Oh yeah.
That kind of low key ties into that, you know, because these people think, and bring it out, and I'm gonna go into it, you know, because this precept came up in the spirit.
Yeah, I got that. I'm gonna see if we can find it. It says
James.
Yeah, is it 4:13?
Yeah, I believe so. Start from 11 and go on down.
Yeah, okay. So this is the book of James 4 and verse 11. I'm going to start at verse 11, right? And the main chapter says warning against pride.
Yep.
Right? So I'm going to start at verse 11. It says, "Speak not evil one of another, brethren. He that speaketh evil of his brother and judgeth his brother speaketh evil of the law and judgeth the law. But if thou judge the law, thou art not a doer of the law, but a judge. There is one lawgiver who is able to save and to destroy. Who art thou that judgest another?" Continuing it on, it says, "Do not boast about tomorrow. Go to now, ye that say, today or tomorrow we will go into such a city and continue there a year, and buy and sell and get gain." And that's ultimately speaking about the mindset these people have, right?
And continuing on, I'm going to make a point.
It says, "Whereas ye know not what shall be on the morrow. For what is your life? It is even a vapor that appeareth for a little time and then vanisheth away."
Yep. So, you know, going into that, and this kind of low-key ties into it in a way, is that a lot of these people, just like the brother Barack was going into, and I myself know a lot of people that signed up for the military right after high school or right after college because they got enticed with the benefits of these, you know, that this devil dangled around, you know, the top of their head. The scriptures say his words were smoother than butter and war was in his heart. So Esau knows exactly how to get a hold of Jake. He says, you know, we'll give you a Hellcat.
Yeah,
we'll give you a Camaro. We'll give you money towards a house.
I remember these people, they would be in like the schools and different places. They literally had like a pull-up bar and said, you know, if you can do this many pull-ups, like you're gonna get in the military. We're gonna be like bonuses. But ultimately, these people, what they're gonna do is they're gonna make you shave your fucking head, put a chip in you, right? Put a bunch of you know, vaccine boosters in you, and that as well. But they're gonna chip you to where you're basically gonna be, you know, these are gonna be the first people to get chipped.
And let me make a good point. You know, these people are ignorant and think that, you know what, we're not gonna go to war. How many people do you know that are in the military right now that are probably thinking in the back of their head, fuck, man, I didn't think that we were gonna go to war. I had no idea in the horizons that nothing was gonna happen. I thought I was gonna go and have a quick little 4-year shift, and I was out of this bitch.
And see how fast the Lord made, like, within like the new year, right? Everybody was on like pretty, like, you know, like good mindset. You know what I'm saying? You know, granted, your people still are fucking, you know, we're always bugged out and crazy, but you know, people, war wasn't on these people's heart, on their mind, right? Which is the same thing, right? But now all of a sudden everyone's speaking about war. You know, we're in the end. You know, these gas prices are out of control.
Now they want to say that they woke up. Now they understand that the world is stage. You know, it's funny. Once those Epstein owner files, you know what I'm talking about. got released, man. Now everybody wants to jump the bandwagon and said they knew about this all along. We were the same people telling you.
Yeah, we were telling
these
you.
fucking devils were, and you chose to look at us like clowns.
Honestly, that's old news, bro.
It's old
like,
news,
they've been
bro. It's
doing
nothing
that,
but
bro.
a distraction. Nothing new under the sun. This has been happening for ages. But the point we're trying to make, man, we've been prophesying about this for a long time. We've been calling out who these devils are, man. We've been calling out who King Edom is. And you people don't want to fucking realize it, man.
I got something.
Bring it
This
out.
book of Habakkuk 2 and 3. It says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. And though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry." And that goes into basically what? That all the prophecies that the Lord basically laid out are going to be fulfilled. And that's, people are going to die. That's one of the prophecies. Book of Joel 2 and 20, like we just mentioned, speaks about it, right? And I got another scripture, if I can bring this out.
Go ahead.
Let's see, it says, so let's bring it out. It says, so Ezekiel 12 and 22, and this is going to people that scoffed, right? People scoffed at, the prophets. It says, "Son of man, what is that proverb that ye have in the land of Israel, saying, the days are prolonged and every vision faileth? Tell them therefore, thus said the Lord Yahweh Shai, I will make this proverb to cease, and they shall no more use it as a proverb in Israel, but say unto them, the days are at hand, and the effect of every vision. For there shall be no more any vain vision, nor flattering divination within the house of Israel. For I am the Lord, I will speak, and the word that I shall speak shall come to pass. It shall be no more prolonged. For in your days, O rebellious house, will I say the word, and will perform it, said the Lord Yahweh Shai." Right? So the Lord, He's not going to prolong this for any any much longer. You know what I'm saying?
Because just like the Lord, the Lord, he wants to speed things up. He wants to see his elect get delivered. We're praying for the Lord to hasten the times, to speed up the times. So, you know that the Lord is trying to do that. That's why you see DJT is going at a level more than ever before. He wasn't doing this in his last presidency, his last tenure. Before,
It's all part of their script,
yeah,
bro.
it's all part of their script, man. They're moving quick because they want to get closer to that mid-world
And
order.
think about it this way, like they did so much character development with this character. You really think they're going to get a good crisis go to waste? Like that one Edomite, he even says, he said that one, I don't know his name, I forgot it, but he said never let a good crisis go to waste, right? So you think they're going to let this good character that they've been building with DJT go to waste? You know what I'm saying? This place is done, bro. Like I don't, we hope by the end of, 2026, 2027, in 2027, we're out of here.
We're out of here,
you know what
bro.
I'm saying?
Because listen, bring out Micah chapter 2 and 1. This is not the time to be thinking about a long-term spirit.
2 and 10 or 2 and 1?
Micah 2 and 10. This is not the time to
yeah.
be thinking about, the future. And the nice house and buying the land and getting all together like these other fucking Israelite camps are, man, with that kumbaya, let's all build together and get out of Babylon. Nigga, you in Babylon. Bring it out.
Yeah, this is Micah 2 and 10. It says, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with this sword destruction."
Right? And I'm going to go into that. You can bring out a second precept. As pilgrims and sojourners, abstain from fleshly lust which war against your soul. But going into Micah 2 and 10, this is not our rest. It is polluted. All right? Everything about this place is polluted. If you look at the air, if you look at the food, if you look at the water, if you look at the plants, if you look at the floors, if you look at the woman. But we can go on and on and on. The school systems, the education, on and on and on. And this place is nothing but a fucking whore.
Yeah, it's
Right.
like 1 Peter 2 and 11. It says, "Dearly beloved, I beseech you as strangers and pilgrims, abstain from fleshly lusts which war against the soul." And you can't get distracted by this bullshit.
Yep.
But ultimately, the Lord is going to give us, what we desire on the next side. On this side, we're here as, Lord willing, we are those men. We are the prophets of the Lord,
Yeah.
right? We have a job. You can't be getting distracted with all these lustful, fleshly things.
Yeah. And the Lord may give certain brothers a little bit more than others. There are lots of Israelites that do, well for themselves, but there's a balance to it. And at the end of the day, we realize that this place is about to get destroyed. this place is not our home. All right, this place is not our rest.
And even the whole earth is basically like crying, basically.
It's crying, man.
Basically basically like crying out.
Animals.
To basically, because they want the righteous in rulership. You know, they're waiting for the.
Bring out when the wicked.
Yeah, I got that actually, but I got something. Can I bring this other precept out?
Yeah, go ahead.
But going back to what you said, you know, when the righteous are in authority, the people will rejoice, but when the wicked rule, the people mourn, right? And this ties into that, right? So I'm gonna bring this out. It says Habakkuk 2:11. It says, "The very stones in the walls cry out against you, and the beams in the ceilings echo the complaint."
Yep.
Right? And that goes into Isaiah 14:7. It says, "Yeah, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, Since thou art laid down, no feather has come up against us." So even the trees are going to be at rest, right? The animals, the whole world is going to be at rest when this devil gets put into fucking slavery, right? When this devil gets taken out.
It's gonna be like a sigh of relief, like these animals, these trees, these creatures. Because listen, let's look at this. Esau don't even give the land a land Sabbath. All right, he don't give the land the proper rest to regenerate and to do that.
He's destroying
rainforests. He's destroying rainforests, these beautiful rainforests. He's pouring plastic in the ocean. You got these beautiful sea creatures, sea turtles and whales being choked, seagulls being choked by fucking plastic.
They're getting choked by fucking plastic, bro.
Now you got years later, bro. Years later, they're finally coming out with like biodegradable, but the majority of places still uses plastic. People, these niggas still eat plastic, bro.
And the thing
there's no going back better. There's no.
You see these like YouTubers, they're like, "I'll pay you $100 or I'll pay for your food if we eat something healthier." And there's no fucking building back. These dumbasses out here. You think you're doing something good. These people don't want any, and they give them like this look of like, "Nah, I'm good."
Get the fuck away from me.
Like, I want to eat McDonald's, basically.
Yeah, they'd be like, "Be the change you want to see in the world." Like, nigga, they ain't gonna be none of that, bro.
And the elder apostle Rakah, he basically mentioned, you can't be eating any of these, fast foods, bro, because basically these things, they choke your organs, bro.
Look at ramen noodles, bro. Like, that shit doesn't even like digest in your system, bro. That shit don't even digest in your system. And obviously there's things that food's expensive, but me and the brother Barack at one point kept it very simple.
Yeah,
we had
like beans,
and beans and fucking
like rice,
bro. Beans and rice, beans and chickpeas, bro.
Yeah, hemp.
And hemp seeds, bro. We was just eating that for a long time, and we were, nutriated.
Yeah.
You don't gotta be doing, you gotta eat all these foods, man, because Esau runs these companies behind the scenes. He knows that he's giving this slop, this fucking shit slop to you, and you're eating it all up, man. And that's why you see these people, these 2/3 dreadhead little demon niggers, man. They got fucking all sorts of fucking autism, ADHD.
And the thing is that, like, just tying back into what we were speaking about, these 2/3 that they're gonna be sent on the battlefields too. And the thing is, their spirit is so prideful that they think they can just, they're so quick to kill their brother.
Their own flesh and blood,
their own, their neighbor, right? But the second you put them in a field with like a heathen or like a terrorist or whatever the fuck it is, they don't want to use their gun. They're
scared.
That's part of those curses, bro.
You don't think when these fucking Russians, when these Ishmaelite children go looking eye to eye, man, they're gonna fuck these people up, man.
You're gonna have literal fucking 8-year-olds with AK-47s. They're probably gonna shoot before you do.
Yeah, ready to lose their life for what that false sand monkey got, Allah. They'll fucking blow themselves up into pieces, man. Thinking that that this is the mentality of these people, man. The Lord, and bring out spirits created for vengeance.
Yeah.
Because now at an all-time high, you're gonna start seeing, man, a different level of violence. All right, like we said before in Matthew chapter 24. I believe it was Matthew 24. A time like never before. It's not going to say, it's going to get a little bit bad for a couple. No, a time like never before.
I got it.
Bring it out.
Ecclesiasticus 39:28. It says, "There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them." Right? You even see these videos of these people getting beheaded. Right, and the guy, and the person wielding the knife, right? They don't even have any hesitation.
They're
you know,
excited.
they're just ready to fucking kill.
They get off by doing shit like that.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, they
they're not gonna have any. They're not gonna have any hesitation,
Nope.
bro, because they believe they're doing this for their, you know, for their God.
And I mean, even when you see these fucking people, you know, these gore videos of people just getting shot up and chopped up, and the people that are carrying out these judgment, this
Spirits,
vengeance,
bro.
these spirits have no sense of remorse, mercy, nothing, bro. They will fucking fuck you up and continue to fuck you up even when you're dead. Just keep shooting. All right? But these people, man, that didn't want to hearken onto the voice of the Lord, man, are going to get caught up in that. You're starting to even see that happening now. You know, you got judgments taking place.
You got
these
four
people-
U.S. military people just deleted, bro. You know what I'm saying? And you got a lot more. You got a lot more.
They're not accounted
They're
for that.
the
man.
ones
They
that
don't
they
even let you.
release their face.
They don't even let you. They're not going to let you take videos of the coffins coming back, man, because they don't want to admit that they're being defeated right now. They don't want to lower the morale and confidence of their troops. Their troops know, man, that they're getting themselves basically set up to be put in a coffin. All right, all the bases are exploded, inhabitable. Right, they're working out of their hotels right now. A lot of U.S. military personnel in Iran, are trying to locate the actual places that they're working out of. I mean, they're getting fucked up right now, and this is why they're hiring up the draft, man. They're not gonna. The thing is that they can't go forward or they can't go back. DJT cannot go if he goes and says that he's accepted defeat. Then that means that, you know, it's gonna have catastrophic effects. So he's just gonna continue to send more people out to just die and to just drag this thing out as long as it needs to be fucking dragged out for.
People should see it as a red flag already, like a warning. For us, is a good thing, but for these people, that's a warning. Like the fact that this guy lowered the regulations, removed the regulations for
in such a quick time
for the draft. I mean, now they don't even care if you have a marijuana possession or
Nothing,
you know,
bro.
if you're 42 years old.
Yeah,
you know, they don't even fucking care. No,
What's gonna be next, bro? 60.
You're gonna see whole families get drafted.
Yeah, you're gonna see people. It doesn't matter what mental issues you had. You could have been thrown in a fucking psych ward, and they're gonna say, you know what? Prisoners, hey yo, prisoners, you guys can come out, because, you know, we knew a guy, LG, or we'll say his name like that, LG, and this guy's watching, man, Shalak Rayam Mashabati on this wicked
bro.
piece of shit
He's
who's
dumb.
dumb. But his forefather, you know, basically stabbed somebody to death, and instead of going to jail, they told him you can go into the Vietnam War.
Yeah.
And this guy was in the Vietnam War smoking meth on dead bodies and biting people's ears off. You know, he's an Edomite. And this guy wants to claim that he's following the truth, and, you know,
This guy basically
an absolute bug out.
This
but,
guy basically said that he's broken from the curses.
Yeah, no, you're
because
not, bro.
no, you're not, buddy. Your curses are getting put onto you.
But to get back on the talking point, the guy basically his wicked forefather, his grandfather, whatever the fuck,
Was killing people.
was killing people, and, you know, they just said, you know what, we're not gonna take you to jail. You get to go to war, and he might have killed more people. You know, the Edomite that he was in his habitat. He was in his safe space. You know, carrying out, you know, how many deaths he took out just smoking meth on people's bodies. But you're gonna start to see that, man. You're gonna start to see a lot of mental individuals who have been lusting in jail to get their hands on somebody and carry out, you know, wicked things.
Yeah, it's gonna be so like you're gonna have prisoners, like gay people,
bro, gay
in
people.
army, like transgender. And you're gonna have like everybody in. They're gonna be getting everybody.
And there's not gonna be no alliance.
It's not gonna be no. If people are gonna be like rebelling against each other,
Yeah.
it's not gonna be in order.
There's gonna be civilian fire on they're gonna start seeing that, man.
You're gonna start seeing friendly fire, bro.
Friendly fire.
You're gonna
you know,
see
friendly
Americans shooting other Americans. Yo, you said that to me in the barracks or in the bunker. You know, all right, you know, fuck you. You know, and then this guy's shooting this guy.
And get ready for these women, man.
I know.
A lot of these Eves, man, these prideful ass Eves that
They're gonna
you
get
know,
sent to war.
signed
too,
up
bro.
for a contract, thought that they were gonna get nothing but a quick, easy pay. Man, these people are gonna look at you like you're just a big, juicy piece of steak, man. They're gonna ravage you,
Oh, they're not gonna kill you. No, they're gonna rape you, shit on you.
rape you,
And then-
you're not
then
gonna have
they're-
to do nothing about it,
then
man. You're gonna
they're-
go to your supervisor. Your supervisor's gonna rape you.
Yeah.
Your
Then they're gonna
supervisor's
finish
gonna
you.
rape. He's gonna look at you. You know what? Let me come talk in my office. Pull down your pants right now. That's what's gonna happen, man. Right? For all you prideful ass Keishas, man, who think it's some fucking joke. I mean, now you're starting to sober up and realize, man, this is serious. This is serious. So it's either you're on the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai's side, or you're not. And this is why it's important that you're staying in the Psalms 91 shelter. You could bring that out real quick. I think we could close off with that unless you have anything else. But it's imperative that you're in the Psalm 91 shelter. If not, you're going to be utterly, utterly destroyed, man. There's no getting around that, man. Right?
Yeah, I got it. So the book of Psalms 91, and you want the KJV?
Yeah, come on.
Alright. This is the book of Psalms 91. It says, "He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty." Right?
Yep. Continue.
It says, "I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God, in Him will I trust." Right? Which the name of the Lord is a strong tower, and we're supposed to call Him the names. This is Yahweh, is the Heavenly Father, right? The true name of what the world ignorantly calls, God, right? And let me read it again. It says, "I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my power, Yahweh, in Him will I trust," right? And Yahweh Shai is the name of the Son, right? Who the world ignorantly calls JC, Yeshua, right?
That name JC ain't gonna save you, bro.
That name ain't gonna save you, bro. You saw that guy, he was calling on Yahweh, and then the police shot him. Yahweh is not gonna save you. All these punk ass other fucking names, man. Get the fuck out of here with that. Those gay ass names, bro. Because we want nothing to do with them.
It's Yahweh Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. All right, those are the true names. All right, there's salvation through one name under heaven given among men, whereby we must be saved. In the book of Acts 4:12, roughly paraphrasing. All right, and you got to call upon that name. That's a stronghold in the day of trouble. That name is protection. You got to believe and have faith in that name, and hope that the Lord gives you He encampeth around you, man. He puts angels around you to protect you, because the Lord doeth all things. So if you're in the Lord Psalm 91 shelter, you're gonna be good, man. You're gonna be taken care of. But if not, you're gonna be destroyed. And you better hope that the Lord's on your side. With the times that you're coming into, let this be a wake-up call. So with that being said, repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying and exhorting to your spirit. To all the Aki and Akwath brothers and sisters listening in and learning, we want to give all glory, honor, and infinite praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem,
Barkakadash. Double honors unto the elders and apostles of the great millstone, who rule well and teach well in sincerity and charity. Peace and salutations to the Lord's beloved elect. Once again, I'm the brother Yawasap here with the brother
Barak.
Shalom.
Shalom.